stop the tracking circus, kill the cookie banner. It says here, and it's some website about the EU, the cookie banner law. So yeah, in the EU you need to like show a cookie banner if you have tracking cookies. So I think you don't need to show any banner like if you like have a reason to use the cookies, like for your login session. But so many like websites either they just put up the cookie banner just to be safe, or they are using like Google Analytics or something like that, and then they need to have the cookie banner since they are tracking you. But this website, so it's about that it says here, you may think that the EU privacy law requires cookie banners, but the law is clear. Online tracking is prohibited by default. Therefore, the tracking industry needs to waive your rights. That's why they invented cookie banners, which often are deliberately misleading as well as annoying. This results in up to 90% of people saying yes, even though only 3% actually want to be tracked online. The system is broken by design, and I think most people find these banners really, really annoying. What I don't understand is why do you care so much about like how the websites have designed their websites? So if they have Google Analytics or something, because and like why don't you just install something like uBlock? So for instance, if I go here and I have uBlock installed, so if I click here, so blocked since install 920,000. I don't know if it's requests or page elements. Maybe that's included as well. And if you can go into the settings, and if you check this filter lists, I guess most people they don't ever go into here. They have some like good defaults, but you can go down here on like cookie notices, for instance. So then you can there are some filter lists here for removing those cookie banners that appear on websites. So that's what I have enabled. So I never see those cookie banners, and most sites work fine. Sometimes I need to toggle off uBlock and then accept, and then turn uBlock on again. But that's so rare. Most of the time, it just works, and I don't see any banners. And I think most of those banners are kind of fake. So like the site is working just normally. They are like giving you cookies by default. So this yes and no, it's more like just making you aware that where you sending you cookies. So like saying yes or no, it doesn't like functionally do anything. I think most of the time, I think it's quite rare that they actually like listen to that and then limit cookies or so. But when you use an extension like this, then you don't need to care about how they have implemented it. And they have like blockers for ads and privacy. So like here, you can also see it's 1 out of 3 like for ads, and you can expand and then find more things so that are not enabled by default. So if you want to go in here and block even more than what's enabled by default, here I have easy privacy. I think that's enabled by default. If we check that, so here it says easy privacy is an optional supplementary filter list that completely removes all forms of tracking from the internet, including web bugs, tracking scripts, and information collectors, thereby protecting your personal data. And also in, so I'm using Zen, it's based on Firefox, but I think all browsers have settings like this. Here is enhanced tracking protection, and they have different settings, and standard, strict, custom. I can do custom, for instance, go in here and then customize the tracking protection if you want to block cookies and tracking content, crypto miners, known fingerprinters, suspected fingerprinters. So, and there are more extensions than uBlock. If you do it like this, you don't need to care about if they show the banner. Does the banner respect your choice? Do they use cookies even though they didn't show a banner? Like it's you don't need to care about any of that. So I think instead of like fighting in some cookie banner nonsense, just install an extension and get rid of all of that. So I don't see any ads. I don't see any cookie banners. I can just browse normally and not be annoyed by any of that. And I don't need to care or lobbying the EU or pray to websites that please remove the cookie banners. Or I can just go on living my own life and not have to care about any of that. And that's what I think is good with the web. So like the website sends the HTML to you, and it gets rendered in your web browser, but in the end it's the web browser and like with how you're tweaked it and with your settings and extensions that decides how it looks like and how it is working. So like each person can customize their own web browser, how you want websites to look like. So you can go with the default and have a lot of blinking ads and sound and noise and videos and cookie banners if that's what you prefer, but you can also install a good browser and then a good extension and then get rid of all of that. So it's up to you as a user, and I think that's much better, and yeah, that's what I like with the web.